What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast No Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the Indiana Jones game, and if this is the game that's the Xbox game coming over to PlayStation. We talked about the possibilities, and honestly, I thought it was either like Starfield or Hellblade. I thought about Indy, and you think of like the licensing things, and there's quite a bit that would suggest Indiana Jones might eventually come. The first time we had this wave of every Xbox game is going to come to PlayStation at some point, right? When Halo was being thrown around, when Gears of War, Indiana Jones was also mentioned and talked about, and we talked about that even when that happened. So this shouldn't come that big of a shock. And so like seeing it again, it's like, yeah, again, when the biggest franchises on Xbox are being talked about, then maybe one day Gears of War is coming to PlayStation, which would just be, that'd be weird. Let's just say it. I'm not saying if it's a good or bad thing. It would just definitely be something different. Indiana Jones makes a lot of sense as well. And so we have a couple different people saying this is the game. The game is going to be coming out in December, as previously reported and as previously maybe leaked or speculated, or whatever you want to call it. The game would come out on PC and on Xbox in December. You imagine early December, maybe right before the Game Awards. And then it's a timed window, and once that expires, it's coming to PlayStation, I think within, they say, the first quarter of 2025. So like you're talking February, March. You're talking maybe like a 3-month thing for Indiana Jones to come out on Xbox, and that would just be massive. I mean, again, a good decision, bad decision for something like Indiana Jones, and we've talked about this strategy, let's say, for Xbox just in general, right? I still do think it is the right strategy based off everything we've heard, everything we've seen, the stats for the Xbox console, all that jazz. For Indy, so many people are going to get this game on Game Pass. I mean, I'll be honest, right? Like for me, Indiana Jones, and as a content creator, this is a day one get, but I'm getting it through Game Pass. And I've told the story before, like, well, number one, I like games physical, and a lot of these games I want to get, or I have gotten eventually, down the line physically. But initially, I would maybe get it digitally just to, participate right away. For Indiana Jones, obviously I'm going to get it, but it's free on Game Pass. I have Game Pass. I use Game Pass often. It just makes sense to save the $70. Like I don't know if I have to justify it. I don't know if I have to defend it. In fact, I have a whole video series where I kind of do that for each game. But I mean, that's just my strategy, right? You give me the opportunity to spend $0 or the 15, 16 a month that I spend instead of 70. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it with COD. I'm going to do it with Indy. I'm going to do it with Avowed. Well, like, again, in terms of game preservation, you guys know by now, right? I collect so many of these games. Will I get these games physically down the line and basically have them twice? Yes. But initially, I'm getting them digitally. So where is this going? Well, I think you give almost anybody in this economy, in this world that we're living in right now, you give almost anybody the option of free versus buying, and I think they're going to go free. I think they're going to go through Game Pass. So again, where I'm going with this, I think Indiana Jones is going to have a lot of players, but I don't think it's going to sell all that amazingly well. Honestly, I think the same thing for Starfield. I would not be shocked if Starfield was like a 75-25 type thing. 75% got it through Game Pass, 25% bought it. It might be 70-30, it might be 60-40, but I really think more people got it through Game Pass than actually flat out bought it. That's just my opinion on it. So Indie, I really think is going to be the same thing. And again, that gets me to my point of, I think it is a good strategy because you kind of get to double dip. Now, again, you're weakening the Xbox ecosystem. It's what we've said. It's fair to say, but if that's not their plan, if they don't care about selling the Xboxes and they just want to double dip for all of their games, then this is the right plan, right? You're going to get people through Game Pass, that fear of missing out, get it day one, and you can get it through Game Pass, right? Okay, you do that. And then 3 months later, anybody that doesn't do that or is on PlayStation, doesn't have an Xbox or a strong enough PC, they can buy the game. And then you get all those people that actually buy the game. You make your money. You're not helping the Xbox console because a lot of people might just wait it out. Everybody might just get it on Game Pass and nobody might buy it, right? So you're weakening the console, but you're not necessarily weakening the game itself. And that's my mindset for Xbox. If I had to think like them, right? That's how I'd be thinking about all of these things. Hi-Fi Rush, any of them that have already come out or is going to come out. I would say the same thing for Avowed and Starfield and all that stuff. That would be the strategy. So So am I mad about it? No. I mean, I don't get caught. I mean, I make videos on it, but I don't get caught up like in the console war stuff. And to be honest with you, I don't care where Indiana Jones comes out. I'm getting it day one on Xbox. I have a strong enough PC to play it, but I prefer, consoles. So I get it there free. And then, PlayStation players get it a couple months later. And for me, in a sense, everybody wins. I don't necessarily care about anything else, right? They make for good discussions, but me as a consumer, you get the game for free. And I mean, I kind of call it there. I mean, maybe I would get it physically on PlayStation like 2-3 years down or whatever. I don't really know. I don't plan that far ahead. Okay, there you go. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know if you think it's a good idea for what they're doing, and that it very much sounds like it's Indiana Jones. The rumor is maybe tomorrow it gets announced. Maybe this week it gets announced. But you go back to last week, like if this was that rumored game, this should be the week that it's announced, even though it won't happen day one, right? Let me know what you think. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on. I hope to see you all on the next one.